We have team coverage tracking the rising floodwaters and those evacuations. Plus, the rain is not over yet. We've got a live look out over the Houston area right now. Take a look at the Med Center there. We are set to see some more showers over the next few days. And Chris Ramirez, the area is already underwater, could see some of the heaviest rain.
Yes, we are still tracking these torrential downpours north of the city of Houston, seeing those gray skies if you look over downtown. But right now I am tracking a strong storm that is moving through North Houston. This storm has a potential of pea-sized hail as well as 40-mile-an-hour winds that's moving just to the west of I-45. This is headed towards Dryersdale, even over Bush Airport. And also we're tracking the rain that just really has not let up all that much as for the past hour or two. Lots of lightning, lots of rain falling along I-45. And the unfortunate news is this is all upstream from the San Jacinto rivers and Trinity rivers. The National Weather Service keeps extending these flash flood warnings as this rain really not showing signs of letting up anytime soon. And right now we're seeing this until 1 p.m. But we are expecting this to continue as we head into the next few hours. Lots of rain. Looking at those 24-hour rain totals, up to 3 to 5 inches of rain just upstream from Lake Houston. You can see Lake Houston right there, but other than that, seeing 4 to 5 inches of rain. All that water has to flow southward as we go into the next few hours. We're seeing more of those red dots. These are the live flood gauges, mostly north of Houston, starting to turn to red. Flooding already ongoing in these locations, and unfortunately, we're expecting this rain chance to last at least through the weekend. Sherman.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. And we want to remind you, areas that are under a mandatory evacuation order are the neighborhoods on your screen east of the East Fork of the San Jacinto River. Take a look at that. Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo saying she expects the water there to rise around midday. And right now, high water rescues continue along the East Fork of the San Jac River. That's in northeast Harris County. This after some people under a mandatory evacuation advisory finally decided to leave. Jason Miles is live along FM 1485 with what he's seeing there. Jason.
Hey there, Sherman. A very fluid situation right now, and I keep looking down because the water keeps creeping up. We're along FM 1485 just east of the East Fork of the San Jac River, and water has overtaken part of the roadway here very rapidly. We just had to move our news unit. This is Casey Ridge Package Store. About an hour and a half ago, that parking lot was still accessible, but the business had to close as the water kept coming up. Now take a look at some video we shot fairly recently of an active rescue in this very area. We saw crews from the Harris County Sheriff's Office as well as the Huffman Fire Department go into a neighborhood along Casey Road. That's a dead-end road just adjacent to the San Jac River. People under a mandatory evacuation decided to stick around to keep an eye on their properties and their pets and so forth, but they finally decided they needed to come out with help from these rescue crews. Take a listen to what one longtime resident had to say about those coming to help.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, I'll make sure we got everything on your stuff, okay? That makes you want to cry, huh?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my kids have been calling all day wanting to know where we're at, what we're doing, so.
You can say you're safe now.
Yes.
The next step is connecting with family members on higher ground, preferably. Mrs. Newhouse there suspects she and her husband will return, though, to their property they've owned outright for years, despite being so close to the river. County officials, meantime, report an additional 15 people were rescued overnight, along, of course, with many pets. We saw a number of dogs coming in on that boat as well. And back here live along 1485, I hope most of the folks along Casey Road have evacuated at this point. We're opposite of the San Jac River from neighborhoods known as Idlewild and Idle Glen, also very inundated at this hour. And we just heard and saw a transformer blow over there. The owner of this package store hoping to get in and turn off the power, but it's a very dangerous situation anytime you go into water when power is still going. Reporting live from Northeast Harris County, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Jason, and you, the rest of the folks out there, take care, please. We'll check in with you later. As a result of this flooding, Harris County under a disaster declaration. Officials have shifted emergency activation now to the highest level. People who live along the San Jac are being told to brace for several more days of flooding. Stephanie Whitfield has updates from city and county leaders today. Stephanie, what are they saying?
The big message is they believe the flood wave is going to arrive during the midday hours for people who live along the San Jacinto River. So if your home is flooded before, now is the time to evacuate. The areas most impacted fall in parts of Harris County and the city of Houston. So we're hearing from spokespeople at both emergency operation centers today. They're expecting floodwaters to continue rising over the next 2 to 3 days. County Judge Lina Hidalgo is calling this a catastrophic event. Right now, you're going to hear from Judge Hidalgo first, then a spokesperson from the Houston Office of Emergency Management.
Right now, you may think, if you live in those neighborhoods, that things have leveled off and we're good to go, but this threat is ongoing and it's going to get worse. It is not your typical river flood. I know that folks who live along the river, they're river people, as we discussed when I was out there the other day. They see this happen all the time. This is not that. This is not what happened in January. This is much worse. It's a catastrophic event, and we all need to take the urgent and necessary steps to respond accordingly.
It's very important that people know now's the time to get out, because if you get out now, that's one less person that our first responders, our police and fire might have to rescue later.
Again, Judge Hidalgo is saying the flood wave will arrive midday today. She's urging everyone who lives within half a mile of the East Fork of the San Jacinto River to get out now. County officials are expecting about a couple hundred structures to flood, and they say by the end of the day, the only way to get out will be by boat. Stephanie Whitfield, KHOU 11 News.
All right, take warning. And parts of the River Plantation neighborhood in Montgomery County are closed due to high water. Officials there have been working around the clock, helping folks stuck in high water. KHOU 11's Jalissa Garza joining us live from that area with the latest. Jalissa.
Yeah, Sherman, that's right. Several roads are closed in this neighborhood, including this one, River Plantation Drive. You can only go so far because of the high water that officials don't want people driving through. Now, the rain has calmed down within the last 45 minutes. It just picked up and then once again calmed down a bit, but the high water is still a big concern. Montgomery County constables tell me on this street alone, they've made about 6 water rescues. Moments ago, we saw a 7th one, looked like a family there, but one family I spoke with who lives further down the road tells me they left last night because they were concerned, and when they came back today, they learned their home has 5 feet of water inside.
If you've never experienced flooding, water is so powerful and so fast. I mean, you can replace furniture and things, and we got our things that you can't replace. We got those out.
Now, that family has lived in their home for 3 years. They tell me that back in January there was some flooding, but it wasn't as bad as it is right now. Luckily, they were able to, as you heard, get important items out of the home, and now they're just waiting for the water to go down, but they're at a hotel. They tell me off of 45, and they're safe. Their daughter's safe, their dogs are safe, and that is what matters most to them. Now, several agencies are out here working. We also saw the Texas game wardens along with different constables and fire departments all just working to help people out who are impacted. The constables tell me that they're going to continue going down this road to see if anyone else needs any help. Of course, we're going to continue keeping you updated on air and online. For now, live in Montgomery County, Jalissa Garza, KHOU 11 News.
All right, thank you, Jalissa. Good luck to the Reeps family and all the other families out there. Thank you. And breaking at noon, Crosby ISD telling us that a school bus was caught in high waters this morning. Just before 6:30 a.m., a school bus with 27 students on board stopped in floodwaters on Gulf Pump Road near Maple Street and the San Jacinto River. The district says that the driver had to stop because deeper floodwaters were ahead. The students exited through the rear door. They were taken to their campuses on an alternate bus. Once they arrived, they were given breakfast and dry clothes if needed.